January 20th, 2025, the day Donald J. Trump made history, again, as the 47th President of the United States. But while the world was focused on his triumphant return to power, we were asking one question. How much did Trump spend to put on this grand show? Spoiler alert, it wasn't cheap. Stick around because we're breaking it all down, from the glitzy ceremonies to the A-list performances, and trust me, the numbers will blow your mind. Alright, let's dive right in. Trump's 2025 inauguration had all the hallmarks of his signature style: extravagant, larger than life, and designed to make a statement. So, how much are we talking? According to insider reports, the total bill for this inauguration landed at a jaw-dropping $200 million. Yep, you heard that right, making it the most expensive in US history. To put that into perspective, Trump's first inauguration in 2017 cost $107 million, already setting a record back then. Biden's 2021 inauguration? Just $44 million. So what makes this one nearly 5 times more expensive than Biden's and almost double Trump's previous record? Where exactly did all that money go? Let's break it down piece by piece. First up, the venue and security. Normally, inaugurations are held outdoors on the National Mall. But due to extreme weather, this year's event was moved indoors to the Capitol Rotunda. Adjusting for the last-minute venue change added an estimated $10 million to the budget. And security? That's always a big-ticket item for any inauguration. But this one? It was next level. With heightened political tensions, over $100 million was spent on law enforcement, military deployments, and private security firms. That's nearly half the entire budget. Why so much? Well, the political climate is hotter than ever. With Trump's polarizing return to power, the government wasn't taking any chances. We're talking about 25,000 National Guard troops deployed across Washington, D.C., thousands of police officers brought in from around the country, and state-of-the-art surveillance systems. On top of that, private security firms were hired to oversee indoor venues and VIP areas. Just coordinating all these moving parts added another $10 million to the bill. And let's not forget the massive cost of securing the Capitol Rotunda itself after the last-minute weather-related venue change. That alone added an extra $5 million to ensure the building was not only safe, but also inauguration ready. Next up, entertainment. Trump's motto has always been, go big or go home. And this inauguration was no exception. From Carrie Underwood serenading the crowd with America the Beautiful to Lee Greenwood's iconic God Bless the USA, the performances were unforgettable. And let's talk production value. This wasn't just a stage with a mic, it was a fully immersive experience. The main performance stage featured cutting-edge lighting, pyrotechnics, and massive LED screens broadcasting live visuals. The cost? A jaw-dropping $15 million for performers and production combined. And yes, all those pyrotechnics and special effects add another cool $5 million. And if you're wondering, yes, Trump personally approved every detail. Sources say he even requested the finale include gold-colored fireworks spelling out Trump 2025. If that's not peak Trump, I don't know what is. Let's move on to food and decor, the kind of luxury that makes you say, only Trump could pull this off. The exclusive post-inauguration dinner, held in the Capitol Rotunda, featured a menu fit for royalty: lobster tails, Wagyu beef, and a dessert spread that included a custom-made Trump-themed cake. The catering tab? A cool $8 million. Then there's the decor. Trump insisted on a theme that blended presidential elegance with his signature opulence, towering floral arrangements, custom gold accents, and a chandelier setup costing $7 million turned the venue into what guests described as a modern palace. Was it excessive? Maybe. Was it stunning? Absolutely. Classy or over the top? Let us know in the comments. And of course, we can't forget the swag. Every VIP guest walked away with an exclusive gift bag featuring commemorative coins, silk scarves, and even a custom Trump-branded power bank. The cost for these luxury keepsakes? $2 million. But that's not all. Trump's team also rolled out official inauguration merchandise, including MAGA hats, limited edition flags, and even custom watches. These items reportedly generated over $5 million in sales, recouping a small slice of the overall expenses. Now let's compare. Trump's 2017 inauguration cost around $107 million, already a record at the time. Fast forward to 2025, and we've nearly doubled that number. By comparison, Biden's 2021 inauguration cost just $44 million. So, what made Trump so much more expensive this time around? It's all about the scale, the security, and of course, Trump's love for making a splash. Now, we can't ignore the controversy surrounding this massive spending. Critics argue that spending $200 million on an inauguration, especially during an economy still recovering from inflation, is tone-deaf. Others say the event reflects Trump's larger-than-life personality and is a celebration of democracy. Social media was buzzing with mixed reactions. Some praised the spectacle, calling it a moment of national pride, while others blasted it as wasteful. What's your take? Let me know in the comments. Now, while Trump supporters filled the streets to celebrate, there was another group making headlines: the protesters. Tens of thousands of demonstrators gathered in Washington, D.C. to voice their opposition to Trump's policies, his leadership, and yes, the staggering cost of this inauguration. Protests erupted in multiple parts of the city, with some groups gathering outside the Capitol and others staging sit-ins near the White House. One of the largest protests, organized by the People Over Profits Coalition, criticized the inauguration's $200 million budget, calling it an insult to working-class Americans. Their message? America needs investment in schools, healthcare, and housing, not gold-plated parties. Clashes between protesters and Trump supporters were reported, but thanks to the massive security presence, things didn't escalate beyond isolated skirmishes. Still, the protests served as a stark reminder of how polarizing Trump's leadership remains. One group that made its presence felt during the inauguration was the LGBTQ+ community. Throughout Trump's political career, many LGBTQ+ activists have expressed concern over policies and rhetoric they perceive as harmful to their rights. On Inauguration Day, groups like the Human Rights Campaign and local LGBTQ+ organizations staged protests in D.C., holding marches and rallies to amplify their voices. The protests were largely peaceful but deeply symbolic. Participants carried rainbow flags and signs with messages like equality for all and love Trump's hate. One prominent activist told reporters, "We're here to remind this administration that LGBTQ+ rights are human rights. We won't be ignored." Their demonstration highlighted fears about potential rollbacks on protections for LGBTQ+ individuals, particularly concerning issues like transgender healthcare, military service, and workplace discrimination. It wasn't just a protest, it was a demand for accountability and a call for progress. The LGBTQ+ protests added another layer to the broader conversation about equality and inclusion during Trump's return to power. While their voices may not have been the focus of mainstream coverage, their presence was a reminder that the fight for equality remains front and center for millions of Americans. For many in the community, the protests weren't just about the inauguration. They were about the next 4 years and what they hoped to see from the administration. As one protester said, "This isn't about hate, it's about hope. Hope that one day we won't have to fight for the basic rights everyone deserves." At the end of the day, inaugurations aren't just about swearing in a president. They're about making a statement. And Trump? He made his loud and clear, he's back, he's bigger than ever, and he's not afraid to spend big to show it. This $200 million spectacle wasn't just a celebration. It was a message to the world that Donald Trump is here to dominate the narrative. So, what do you think? Was Trump's $200 million inauguration worth it? Or was it over-the-top extravagance? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the biggest moments in politics and entertainment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.